those watching like the pre-recorded episode. Currently, we're live on YouTube and we're live on my personal TikTok page. Um, Normally, I will do like other you know, why it froze? About to say, I actually want to see the Bears actually beat the 49ers. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Is that Sunny? Yeah. Sorry if I got your name wrong. Hello. Like I said, anybody that out there wanting like a shout out, just say hello if you're on YouTube or if you're on TikTok. Just say hi, and I will give you guys a shout out. So just don't post anything crazy if you want me to shout out something. So just don't post anything crazy. There's no need for that. We don't like that. Um. Oh. You're better off kicking the field goal, Chicago. Well, the game with the 49ers and the Bears are going on right now. Um, let's see. Mr. Funko Computer. Hopefully, I got that name right. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, like I said, anybody want to shout out, say hi or say something, and I will announce your name back the best of my ability. So, yeah. Okay, I did get the name right. So, okay, fair enough. So, yeah. So, what we're gonna talk about today for you that's not familiar with it, because I was just, recently just talking to, the live crowd about what I'm talking about. So, as you see, we're gonna talk about the results of AEW Worlds End, and I did not watch it because the only issue I have is like times that AEW at times, they cannot have their pay per views affordable. But they got their deal with watching it through HBO Max for like $40. So that's a little bit something, and I don't know, maybe like once in a while I probably will may order a pay per view in 2026. So it's just a wait and see. Thomas Durant 31, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, like I said, talk about the world's end. See if there's any trade, scenarios that the Bucks can do. Couple of Milwaukee developments, and we're also going to see any comic book movies and TV news update because, like I told the people on the live, that there's like an person that's a director and also a comedian that's done a lot of successful movies, would direct them and written them, and probably would be perfect for Marvel Studios to a certain area, in my opinion. So we will talk about that and whatever comic book movies and TV news that we got going on. So um oh, I understand. Yeah, you got to eat. Um but anyways, let's get to the world's end results. So I know a lot of y'all probably know that yeah, I understand. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So it's all good. So for the people that's familiar with me when it comes to AEW, in my opinion, they still need work to do. Although got people praising them, especially like the ones that trying missing out on, like, I wish it was the Attitude Era. It's like one of those things we did broke down a scenario like a long time ago. Why the Attitude Era was successful and also when the Attitude era was failing. So yeah. Gary King of the Humans. Uh, she just had to mention that movie, The World's End. I probably will watch that when I go to sleep. That probably would be something. But anyways, I think they did. I'm not sure, but they did 0 Hour, I believe. Okay, so just mainly just saying, all the stuff that's going on. So, yep, they did do 0 hour, and shockingly, I didn't get the chance, to watch it, which is you can also, it should be like on their YouTube. So, Osa, welcome to the live. Sorry I just missed that. So, I did get it just in time. So, welcome to the live. Um, so they did do 0 hour, and like I said, you can still watch it on their YouTube channel. So get a chance to check that out. Joseph Nadia, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, Sisters of Sin. I think that's well, I can't. I know Sky Blue, and I'm trying to think of the other one. Let's see, it was Sky Blue, and that. Oh yeah, Julia Hart. Okay, just got it right. So they going against this new team, making their debut, Maya World and Hyen. Hopefully I got that right. So I'm just surprised, I would have messed that up. Ti, welcome to the live. I'm gonna give you a shout out there. So hey, how you doing? Glad you're joining us. Well, before we go on, for the guys that's watching on my personal TikTok page, if you can get to 500 likes, we are going to do a giveaway. I have like an autograph photo of Bushwhacker Luke that I'm giving away. So, any of y'all be interested in that, try to get to 500 likes, and we will do that giveaway. But anyways, moving on. Chrissy Tumbo, I think it's 8957. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. And please, please like the video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we may not get there in a few days, but hopefully, sometime before spring hits, we will get there. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers for YouTube, we will do giveaways. So, and I know you guys are gonna like some free stuff. So, yeah, why not, right? Um. Anyway, let's see who. Excuse me. Let's see who was. Oh, the Sisters of Sin one, of course. Could be the running for Willow and Harley Cannon belts, the women's tag belts, I should say. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. And plus, you get a chance. Please spread it to everybody. Let people know. We talk about wrestling content. Developments that's going on in Milwaukee. Comic book movies and TV news. And also we talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, our local NBA team that's in the NBA. Anyways, let's see what's next. Eddie Kingston goes against Zach Gibson, part of the Grizzled Young Vets. So that's the other part of the 0 hour pre-show. Eddie Kingston did win. Grizzly Young Vets did end up attacking Eddie Kingston. Then Ortiz, making his return, ended up helping Eddie Kingston. And so I would say they reunited, and it's good. Let's see. They got Rocky Memorial and Mark David versus Bandino and Mascara Doriada. They show like a little bit of clips of this, so not too bad with them, teaming up. So can't have you for free. Babe, of course you can have me for free. That ain't nothing new. Let's see. Okay, Bandino and Mascara Dorada end up winning the match. Okay. Okay, so another part of the the 0 hour. So it's Jurassic Express and Jet Speed versus The Demand and Josh Alexander. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, but oh yeah, yeah. I'll call you. I'll call you. Love you, honey. Um. Wait a minute. So I'm sorry, but Josh Alexander is not doing anything in AEW. And that's kind of a shame too. So I know maybe they're probably just okay, all right. I guess it's just one of those things. It's just like I don't know if I should you know, because I can't stand Don Callis so much and he's like a jerk in real life. But it's like at the same time, they made the Don Callis family with all these members and like it just don't make any sense in my opinion. Heart Taker, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, it's irritating. So, oh wait a minute. Okay, so it was the eight. Okay, so it was the 8-person tag. So got the demand, of course, we know with Ricochet. So yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of stunned with this team up. So bear with me. Um, so Jet Speed, if y'all don't know, that's Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, Speedball. So yes, good. Jurassic Express and Jet Speed, they won the match, so that's good. So now they're heading to the main card. Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Kazuchika in the semifinals for the Continental Classic, and I didn't know they was gonna do the finals at the same night as well. I did not know that. So, yeah, if y'all check out my predictions that I put down yesterday, I thought they was gonna do the finals on Dynamite or Collision or something like that. This coming week, but no, it was all done last night. So, like I said, anybody but Okada. He hold the so-called unified belts for like a long time now, and it's just like, yeah, it's just really gotta end. It really does. That's just my opinion. Um, don't forget called No Shade Tajika also is a IWPG GP, I'm sorry, IWGP heavyweight champion, which is New Japan Pro Wrestling main title. So let's see, Okada's. Oh wow, Okada staying his hand to Tashika, but Tashika slaps it away. And oh yeah, this was brewing on, ever since they started the team up with the Don Callis family. So whatever. And plus, if y'all familiar with the matches against each other in New Japan, so this probably won't be nothing new for people. So let's see. Okada lands Rainmaker on Tashika, then follows up with a German suplex. Tashika then delivers a running knee to Okada, pins him, but Okada kicks out and grabs a screwdriver, which he later found out was actually meant for Kyle Fletcher later on the show. He hits him twice and pins him for a win. True Train, hopefully I got that right. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Yeah. Now I don't know what to explain about that, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that. Anyways, the second semifinals match. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second. I will drink a non-alcoholic beer, but I'm just gonna robbery. Think is robbery 16. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. And from Noria Ori, hopefully I got that right. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I need to clear my throat. So yeah. So John Moxley versus Kyle Fletcher. You know what? Whoever would have won this, I wouldn't mind them winning it. Probably a new title for each man, and plus, it'll keep John Moxley at least freaking away from the world title. But yeah, anyways, let's see who won. Who won? I think I know who won, but just want to just make sure I won't jump anything. So wow, okay. Seemed like it was a good match, but John Moxley did win. Is now in the finals against Okada. So interesting. Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn make their way to the ring. FTR and Stokely follow. Okay. Oh, okay. So it was Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson in the street fight for the tag team championships. Okay. I thought it was the Guns, but I forgot the other gun has been injured. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Let's see. I already know it's like FTR is going to retain. So yep, as I thought. Mercedes Moe and Athena. Just can't stand those two. But anyways, you got the base of Wrath. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale defending their women's tag titles. I think it's their first defense, or I think this is their second. Not sure. But anyways, like I say, anyone but Athena and Monet. I'm sorry, Athena with her attitude, and Mercedes Moed with winning too many doggone belts that she does not need. But that's just my opinion. Yep, Baszler Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron. They retained the tag belts, so this is cool. Okay, a frustrated Athena begins chewing out Monet. Wherever the case may be. Gabe Kidd versus Darby Allen. Seemed like it was like from parts of what I seen, like photos, like it could have got like brutal and bloody. So yeah. Okay, so it seems like the match didn't. Whoa, the match didn't even last that long. Darby Allen wins, so that's a good thing. And like I said, like I was talking about, some people, there's no, homegrown talent in AEW, but I, I would say homegrown talent, if you get them from like the Indies and they never been to like a different like brand, like they never been in WWE, they never been in TNA, anything like that. That's what I call homegrown brand. So Darby Allen, MJF, and I think it was like a few others that haven't, wrestled for like any company like majorly, and yeah, so that's what I'll just call homegrown. But anyways, congratulations, Darby Allen. Hopefully, future world champ. That's what we're hoping for. So who knows? Um, let's see. The Death Riders go against the Congregation along with Roger Strong and Tony Storm. Okay, they did show a little bit of video, with Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm, like what they were doing. So I thought it was very cool, and they made it like a little bit interesting. I thought that was cool. So that's probably one of the matches I wish I would have saw. Um, I guess it was called Mixed Nuts Mayhem match. I don't get that at all. I really don't. But no. Anyways, let's see who. Okay, Congregation with Tony Storm, Roger Strong. They did win. So cool. That's cool. Um. Okay, a whole bunch. Okay, a lot of people came out to celebrate the win. So cool. Um. Okay. Okay, would have been an interesting women's world title. Would like to see as well. So, like I said, it would have been something. But yeah. But one of these, like I need to rewatch again. So anyways, Kristen Latter defends the women's title against Jamie Hayter. I know she was the former women's champion like once before, but I don't think they would just do it just like that. So and yeah, Chris Statlander did retain. So cool. Like I'm not expecting her to win until like to lose the title until maybe, in my opinion, I would say probably like the end of next year, like a year from now for Worlds End in 2026. That's probably the time I probably would expect Chris Statlander to lose the title. So she holds on longer than that. Great. Yeah, big fan of her. So the finals in for the Continental Classic for the Continental title, which we didn't know it was until I read the result of this, and oh boy, just put it that way. So I know who won this one, and I'm really happy on who won. So you already know who like my feelings against a certain person, but anyways, yep, winner of the 2025 Continental Classic and new AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley. Although Okada still got the international title, and now you got Moxley with the Continental title. Good, he can take his focus away from the world title for a while. Thank God for that. Swerve Strickland, prisoner. Oh, okay. So the main event was the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Championship, which currently is held by Samoa Joe. At that time. But yeah, I thought Samoa Joe was going to retain, and yeah, I was actually wrong about this, and I'm pretty shocked that I was wrong, but I was happy at the same time. So, like, I was happy who won, and excuse me. Like I said, kind of another, AEW homegrown, so I'm kind of glad, he won it. So, no other than, shockingly, MJF. So, like I said, I'm not upset that MJF won it. I'm glad he did. But I didn't expect, Samoa Joe's to lose it in a month. So, I'm just thinking, like, what was the point of, like, having him win that Full Gear? So, I don't know. I'm just lost on that one and just don't get it. So, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of lost, like, why, they went that route. So, and they claim, sources and story was like, they wanted to put in, I think that's Sarf. Hopefully I got it right. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's like, why give it to Samoa Joe at Full Gear just to have him lose that World's End a month later? I don't know. Part of me just don't get that at all and just don't understand it. But, strange things happen in the world of wrestling. Just put it that way. Let's see. I'm just seeing there's a little bit of news to talk about before, we move on for wrestling. Let's see. Tony Khan details changes he made to AEW creative process in early 2025. Him not running it. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so this may be true. This is probably something I was looking into. So a little bit of news. So Okay, so WWE reportedly returned to a familiar international locale for 2026 PLE. So we know, the pay per view after WrestleMania, is going to be Backlash. So rumor has it, and let me see if I can find out. So Backlash, which in 2023, they had it in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So they're thinking of bringing it back once again for Backlash. So they got it for Saturday, May 9th. So 3 weeks after WrestleMania 42. So still fine. Because this is probably around that time. Like oh crap, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Like May, June, July. They probably put on like multiple pay per views. Well, PLEs I should say. So my fault. But I think WWE will probably will, announce it like sooner or later, but you never know. Um, just to make it very interesting. Um, I don't mind them going back there. So like it's been like it says, it's been like it'll be like 3 years since they've been there last. So makes sense. So guys, okay, so I probably would have to let's see, where's my Google Drive? So, um, let's see if I can do this. Come on, Chicago. Oh, he dropped it. Okay, so okay, that was 2025, and I think I did 2026. Oh wait, I think it was tab 2, I believe. Was it? Yep, 2026. So so let me just write that down. I'm not gonna say it's confirmed, but I'm just gonna say sent one. I'll just put PR. Because y'all probably know what I'm talking about when I say PR, Puerto Rico. So y'all already know. Um, so they said May 9th. I'm not going to confirm that just yet. I'm just going to like leave it there. So possibility. So probably like sometime like a month later, they probably will put something up there for like for June, or they might have 2 events in June. Like one of them, we definitely know there's probably going to be in Saudi Arabia. So they talk about they're going to end up having like 3 Saudi Arabia shows this coming year. So we know the Royal Rumble is one of them, and probably maybe they do a Night Champions or Crown Jewel or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? So it's just rumored that they're going to do like they had like 3 special events in Saudi Arabia. So yeah. Yes. Yes. Come on, Chicago. Come on. Oh man. So let's see. Let's say special events. New Year's Evil. I believe it's a kind of know it would be January 6th. And most likely it will stay in Orlando, Florida. So we got the date and stuff, but most likely it is going to stay there. So we are going to confirm that. So you know what? Leave that be. Of course, you saw for Saturday's night main events we got for I meant to say 2026. I don't know why I got 2025. There we go. Sorry. So yeah, let's get that right. Um, I can't believe I thought I wrote 2026. So sorry, just a few of these I just need to change. So I'm glad I looked back at this before. I was like, Jesus, what's wrong with me? I don't know, but then again, there's a lot of things wrong with me, so wouldn't be, expected. Ooh, oh, they got a first down. Oh, they have no timeouts. So yeah, they gotta hurry up. Oh, okay, they spiked the ball. So 4 seconds left, and oh, this may be a miracle. Um, like I like the Bears, but when it comes to like them going against the Packers, of course I'm gonna go with the Packers every time. So a little bit of football moment. Um, okay, so I think I'm good right there. So sorry, so put that on there. So Saturday, May 9th. So we good there, and yeah. So I wonder what like. Uh-oh, you gotta toss it to somebody. Did he catch it? Did he catch it? Ah, no, he didn't. Damn you, Niners. Oh God. Now I just gotta hear them whining, babies being happy about. But it's like they gonna be in this. Uh-oh, somebody got hurt. Yeah, from the Bears, it look like somebody got hurt. Whoever's number 10 is. Yeah, although I know I call myself a Bear fan and I don't know all the players, so that's kind of sad on me. And what more can you do? Okay, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, WWE considered changing to NXT changes to NXT traveling schedule. So let's look on what they're talking about. So because they already announcing like a tour that they're gonna do. I think it was like late January, early February, I believe. So majority of 2025 WWE NXT television broadcasts are nominated from WWE Performance Center, Orlando, Florida, with occasional dates taking the shows to such cities as Houston, Philadelphia, New York City. Come 2026, NXT scenery could get even more diverse. So, according to Wrestle Votes on Radio and Fight for Select, WWE is contemplating an increasing role schedule for NXT television in the new year. Good. CW Network, the NXT broadcasting home for fans in the United States, is reportedly supportive of this idea, which is, yeah, they should. Why not? Like, I can understand, they want to do their shows still, like, at the Performance Center, which is fine. But, it'll be good, to see them get out there more, and especially go to more cities. Like here. About to say, the last time y'all was here, and that was, like, February 2020, y'all was sold out. Like, what happened? But, no, moving on. I'm just sorry, but it's just when it comes to Milwaukee, it seems like when it comes to WWE, like Milwaukee never gets no credit, for having like great crowds in the WWE. Well, except for this past Raw, but then again, people was not happy with the ticket prices, so I guess you kind of understand that. And plus, announcing you're gonna have a show like a month in advance, like seriously. Nobody couldn't, get stuff, fixed up in time. And plus, it took me like the last minute, like to get a ticket. And plus, sitting like in the freaking nosebleeds. So like I said, ain't no when it comes to the fires and farm, there's no bad seat in the house, but sometimes when you sit in them seats, it's not comfortable. So something to do different next time. Anyways, final NXT of 2025 airing this Tuesday will reveal winners of the brand's year-end awards. Elsewhere, Ethan Page will defend his North American Championship against Moose. Okay, so it's gonna be like award shows and stuff like that. It's kind of like what they did with the Slammies. Like they had it on Raw. It was like a show still, but also on segments they had nominees or whatever. So yeah. The last Orlando-based NXT television was at New York in November. So yeah, they kind of slipping on that one because normally you thinking they'd be like somewhere like once a month or multi times a month. Once a month for like a regular NXT show, then whatever PLE they will put. Which they don't have as many PLEs as like people think, but it's just more of them just needs to go out there. So if they actually will gonna do more, well, if okay, WWE does go ahead with this change. Of course, we're not saying that they should really completely abandon the performance center as hosting their programming, but okay, most recent NXT filmed 3 episodes from the WWE PC, 2 of which were pre-taped and due to ongoing holiday season, which understandable. So we would like to see NXT be out there more, and it will help the brand more too. So I don't see why not. They don't take the action. I know they kind of stopped because of COVID, and they kind of started up with NXT this year. But I guess this is one of those things that they got to do something. Because there's people I would like to meet in NXT, and there's like matches I want to see up close. Because I don't think everybody always want to go to Orlando just to go see NXT. So that was the same situation what they did with TNA, but always just having it at the Universal Studios in Orlando. So anyway, so okay, Packers got a 1:00 game against the Vikings. Okay, Lions and Bears. I guess I'm pulling for the Lions to beat the Bears. Maybe I don't know. Okay. So, of course, next Sunday night, their final Sunday night football of the year. Well, season, I should say. The battle for was it the AFC North? So that'd be interesting. Anyways, so not trying to talk about football that much aside. So my apologies. Just seeing there's one more thing to talk about before we excuse me. Excuse me. Not worry about that. Oh God. Wait. Bruce Prichard said, was it WrestleMania 6 loss greatly affected Hulk Hogan? Oh, okay. Him losing to the Ultimate Warrior. I don't know why, but I don't know. Okay, now think about that. I don't know. The way they broke into Austin Theory. So if this is gonna be his push that he really needs it, so hopefully they do right. and not just just thinking about what should I say? Um, just keep them up there one time, then suddenly oh, they're just gonna drop them. So kind of like how they are. Okay. So okay, that just caught my interest. And Nick Khan, I don't know. I guess we should have saw the downfall, WWE at some point when it came to Nick Khan. Um. Oh, okay. So it's something about Rey Mysterio being like irrelevant. So it was on Logan Paul's podcast claiming the Hall of Famer was a nothing in WCW before he made his way to WWE. Of course, and Jeff Jarrett, says BS, which is true. And especially with a person that, been, wrestling against Prime Mysterio in WCW at times and knowing for business in and out. So, and plus, times, he, Rey Mysterio being in AAA, and plus, seeing him in Lucha Underground. So, and I know Kevin Nash said the same thing too. Like, what is like Nick Khan talking about? So that just shows that you have somebody that's trying to that's your president of WWE and don't even know the business or don't know stuff about other things that's going on. So it's just like, are you kidding me? And I'm sorry, he's kind of responsible for for TKO, being in there and TKO, jacking up prices and stuff like that. So it's just like I told this person, like when he was when they were praising like AEW to the max, like like I said, like WWE, of course, they have their faults, and we're gonna call them on it. But I just can't stand, they call on, a lot of WWE's faults, but they won't call out AEW's faults. It's just ridiculous. It really is. Um, Sorry. Was there anything like worth for? I think there's probably ain't that much to talk about wrestling wise. So oh yeah, we already know New Year's Eve on Breakland Road will go against Thea Hale for the North American Championship for the women's. Um, let's see. Uh, let's see. Yeah, y'all seen there's some NXT rosters like getting called up like um Trick Williams, as y'all saw this past Friday on SmackDown. So Last Legend, been called up, recently, and Javon Ayers, going back and forth, with the main roster and plus with like NXT. So just hopefully, Triple H don't fail him and don't pull him, as like a joke, like because he's really, in my opinion, the big deal. But that's just how I feel. I just think Javon Evans is really that big deal, and you know young as well. So that's cool. Oh, sorry. Okay, really, okay, not really that much to talk about. So we're gonna move on from there, and I know we was talking about majority of things about wrestling, so we can move on. A little bit of Buck stuff that we're gonna talk about. Okay, so I did one trade scenario that I think they should go for Danita Sabonis from the Kings, cause because people can't figure out what's the Bucks' problem, why they are in this where they at right now with their record. The outside looking in and the play in, but we know one of the things is coaching. So it's like Doc Rivers, put people at like the wrong time or put them at the wrong position, and we supposed to get this defensive guru and God, I can't even think of his name. Greg Buckner. Um, it's like they stick on one thing when it came to defense. Then suddenly, they change it up when they really need to. You keep doing it until other teams figure it out and break that. Then change the strategy. I don't know, but that's just like okay. So the trade machine has been further updated, revamped for the 2025 NBA season. New financial breakdown insights that has been added along with enhanced validations, feedback, and education. Okay. Like I said, the Kings, think they got the second worst record in the West. Um, because the rumor is, they're trying to do like a restart. So, Dallas, Dallas supposed to be up there, and they're kind of down there too. So, crazy things going on in the NBA. So, it's just like one of the things, I would like to say, any team can beat any team on any given day. So, and I guess some people is like, okay, why you lose to these weak old Kings or something like that? Like I said, any team could be good on any given night. So, another thing they was adding on there. So it seems like the Bucks will keep their eyes on Michael Porter Jr. So, I'm just gonna mess with the scenario and see, what will fit best for the Bucks, to get Michael Porter Jr. Was recently was traded to Brooklyn, which I still don't get why the Nuggets did that. But then again, half the stuff some of these teams do is like kind of question like what is this? You know what I mean? Yep, the Bucks and the Hornets go against each other tomorrow, so you won't see a video on that one until Tuesday because I would not be there to watch it until I watch the replay. So tall, small forward Michael Porter Jr. Good shooter. Yeah, 23 points per game. 7 rebounds. Near 3 assists. So got something going on him, and like I said, it'd be good, for the Bucks, had that scoring punch that they needed in the offense. So, okay, 38.3 million. So let's see if there's a way they can get Michael Porter Jr. That's gonna be crazy because if this ends up working out, you got the Porters Juniors in one team. I know. I just had to make that joke up, but I just thought it was funny. Okay, but what 38 million could work? And plus, you got a guy where Michael Porter Jr. can play, the combo forward, just like Kyle Kuzma can do the combo, can play the combo forward. But they mostly presented him as as a power forward, but because the thing is, Bucks need like another big presence, like a taller, forward, because of what should I say, like because of sorry, excuse me, because Torian Prince being out for who knows how long he's gonna be out, so rumors claim that he's gonna be back at their January 2nd game, which no. I'm 50-50 on that, so I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. It's like if it ain't gonna happen, I'm not surprised because neck injuries is like really serious, so it's gonna take a while for somebody to come back. So I won't be surprised if Torian Prince don't come back until after the All-Star break, or no later than you know the final weeks of the NBA season. So that wouldn't surprise me if that happens. But let's see. I know everybody be happy about this. So let's send Kuzma to the Knicks. We'll make some of these haters happy. God, who would be interesting? So wait, how many two-way players they got? They only got two. So God, who would be worth? So they would probably won't want like get a two-way player. I'm trying to think who would be good enough to, if they decide, what, release him. I don't like this either, but Cole Anthony, let's send him there and let's see. Let's see something for good measure. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. God, this really sucks. I don't want Portis to go. Ugh. So if you're giving up somebody like a big man, if basically if you don't have no choice. So let's put this back up here. Oh wow, this is actually even. Oh wow. Didn't think this would be actually even. I was thinking of like adding like another person. So let's see if we can get somebody. Sorry, let me move that for a second. I hate when this happens at times. You know, my typical laptop. Um, who would be good and they can just get on the cheap? I'm trying to think. Um, I will say Danny Wolf, but I don't think the next will give him up just like that. Noah Conley, they could, but I don't think they're gonna give him up either. Um, Trying to think. Not Cam Thomas. I know they don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Um, Nick Claxton would be interesting, but that's too much money. Um, so let's just say they just end up just doing like a 3-team trade or something like that just to make this work. So if we giving up a lot of people for that, so let's look at the draft pick. So you know what we can do. Okay, 2026, 2027, 2028. They don't have anything in 2029, so this is what we're gonna do. I said I know they got one of Milwaukee's picks, don't they? For a bunch of second rounds they was giving up. So let's see. Oh yeah, they can part with one of their first round picks. So let's just say just partner with this one and for the Bucks, maybe they can do like a let's see, will it be a 2031 swap? Yeah, because they got a lot of 2031 and 2032 picks. So for goodness sake, let's just say swap and let it just be like the Bucks choice. So it'd be like vice versa. So you know, like I said, this is in order because at least they will now have a first round pick for the 2029. Then have everywhere else. So I apologize everybody. So let's. Oh God. Okay. So let's try this again. Oh, there we go. That always happens. So, yeah. Uh, let's see. Okay, let's see if trade works. It looked like it will. Like, it'll, yeah. Like I said, the money wise, it'll balance out. You are under the allowable income amount of 9 million, and their defense will, slide a little bit, but their offense will be good. So, like, don't, don't. Like I said, I'm not crazy, on doing that, but they got to do something. So, but yeah, of course they will have to waive 2 players. So let's just say they waive Cole Anthony, and they'll just waive somebody else that they already have. So just to have them make space. So it's possible. So that probably was the move that they probably one of the moves. They probably can probably at least do maybe like 2 moves if they want to. Um, so let's call this one and just do something different. Reset button. Okay, so we are gonna still keep the Bucks, but gonna be interesting on see what can be done. Uh, trying to think. No, Detroit won't give him anything. Let's just say I know people probably wishing this right now because the Wizards does got the worst record. No, it's the Pacers that got the worst record in the NBA. My bad. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm kind of stunned with the Kings right now. So, like I said, I had that is a bonus for them to for the Bucks that they should go for. And I know there's other people thinking they should go for something else. So my reason for them to go to Dominguez Sabonis is because he can offensive rebounding. Just like Jericho Sims is good at rebounding, but it's like Doc doesn't play him enough. Like I like the times he tried to shift him to like the starting lineup, but I rather you would have him as a starting like center than have him like a starting power forward, and you can just put Miles Turner there. So I'm just trying to think what pieces would fit if you can. Yeah, because this was the other thing they was adding Miles Turner to this trade if they do something about it. So okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't think Miles Turner is gonna go anywhere, but if you want to talk to a team, whatever, they said one of them should be the Warriors, but I say no. Oh God, maybe Utah. Maybe they will probably will want their pick back. So, oh yeah, they wouldn't have left for Laurie marketing, so he would have been a good combo forward. Um, yeah, sadly, I wouldn't even know who should get like it'd be cool if we can get like a center like Kyle Kowalski. Cause yeah, they have centers like Joseph Nurkic, and I thought they had another center, but I guess they don't. Kevin Love is there? I didn't know he was playing. I guess he decided to keep playing. So I know he's old. I know he's old, but that would be a good idea. Just get like a veteran presence there. Maybe a guy that can play. I don't know why they got him listed at 6'8", but he's actually 6'10". No, I don't get that at all. So let's see. Okay, so let's see. They may not need a. Okay, so they do got a few big men. I guess that would be all right. But yeah, Walter Kessler. That was the other one I was looking for. So maybe they want a piece with Kevin Love with a like cheap deal, and let's see who they will want to get rid of. Um, sorry guys, but they could do this straight up if they want to. Although the Bucks will be paying a little bit more of the tax, but I think they'll be still be fine. So they would do that straight up. Have Kevin Love just in there for like rest of the season and go from there. Um, I know some of y'all ain't liking it. I get it. I get it. But although it minus a win for the Bucks, but offense and defense both improved. So these numbers can say differently. So yeah. Um, but yeah, that'll be interesting. So it could be a small move they want to get rid of because I see the Amir Coffee experiences. It looked like it was working off in the preseason in the beginning, but looks like it's not getting anywhere anytime soon. So it kind of sucks. But I know it was another move that that was involving Miles Turner. Sadly, I'm just trying to think. Oh no no no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Okay, go back to the Bucks. Let's see. Okay, who in the world will be worth because they talk about right now. Okay, they should get rid of Miles Turner. Oh yeah, I forgot. Giannis did turn 31 this month. That's crazy. So I think besides let's see you got Gary Harris that's 31 and you got Torian Prince that's 31. So the three men that's 31 are now the three oldest players on the team. Okay, Kuzma is 30. Miles Turner is still 29, and I think he's gonna turn that. Think, I think he turns sometime next year, I believe. But anyways, let's see. Cause they was thinking about talk about that Bucks should get rid of Miles Turner, and then I'm just looking at it. They just got him. But if they really want to make some noise and actually want to get like a center that can be more of a rebounder and a rim protector as well, but a good mid range or a good 3-point shooter. Okay, so I don't know. Knicks would not work. Celtics would not work. Raptors would not work. Magic. I don't even think they got any players that worth it. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't see. Oh, excuse me. I just don't see nothing in the market for Miles Turner. I really don't see it.
Rock with me, talk with me.
I really don't.
Have a couple of helmets here.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. So my only option would be getting Gumby the Sabonis. If you want him as the starting center instead of having Oh wow. So let's see. Let me see something because if they got somebody that's like okay, Precious Achua, let's just they say they just bounce them out, and they end up let the Bucks get let's see, diabetes a bonus. Then you got if we have to, I'll just put it like that. If we have to, send Miles Turner there and do everybody a favor. Some people, they still, hate Kyle Kuzma. Although I think he's doing good this season, in my opinion. Yeah, send him for the Kings, 2-for-1. Okay, so even so they are okay. So the Kings are currently in the first apron. If they do this, um, and plus, Bucks will still be more than tax space, but I really don't think that the Bucks would care. So I think okay, nearly 17 million tax space they have. Okay, there's over 2 million before they go to the first apron. So, well, the Kings, they're still safe, and they at least have a center that one room with Miles Turner, and plus, Kings wanted Kuzma, and that's all rumors counted out. And plus, maybe the Bucks can get like a forward for that final spot if they wanted to. So, I think that's something they could go for. There'll probably be trades involved, so we're just gonna do this playing before we move on to other things. Like I said, oh, why their defense would be down .09. I don't get that. But they get a win. Their offense would be much better. Especially, like I said, Donovan Sabonis can get, offensive rebounds. So, that really helped, like him and Giannis, like in the front court, and whoever you decide, to get to, but not doing that BS small ball lineup that Doc is doing. So that really, really just irritates me. So, I know, Zach LaVine was another person, the Bucks thinking they should go for. Okay, let's close up. Let's reset. There we go, reset. Let's see. There's no way, they can end up getting, one of these without trading, maybe two players. Or, they'll be crazy enough to try to get, let's see, get DeMar DeRozan, then, a trade, trade Kuzma for, DeMar DeRozan, and maybe, oh yeah, you can't even add any picks. Or just use the Jazz, second round pick to trade and, go from there. I don't know, but there's no way, you can get Zach LaVine unless you do like a 3-team trade. And Giannis would had to, involve with that. So I do not see them doing that. But I guess, if I were them, this would be the only player I would look for would be Dante Sabonis, or at least somebody that can do like an offensive rebound. So, yeah. So, you know what? We're going to move from there, and we're just going to go into Milwaukee Development. Excuse me. Yeah, I can move that back now. There's something that I wanted to talk about that, not talk about that, company requiring white collar workforce to return to the office. So they so they reactivating the West Side headquarters. So not really anything, jaw shattering. You know what I mean? let's see. Senate President confident. No. Food truck owners plan brick and mortar restaurant. I think we talked about that one already. We might have. So it was like two things I really wanted to see. So a nightclub proposed on the south side on National Avenue. The only problem I would have with this would be, a nightclub around, National Avenue. It depends on the location. So if it's like between, like I said, the 1600 and the 2700, no, no, between 16th, well, Chavez Drive and 27th Street, which that point will be, Layton Boulevard. You're asking for too much trouble already, so I don't know if that would really work. I don't think so, but things, things where things happened before. So, oh, excuse me, there we go. Oh God, come on. So 4 points by Sheridan, where they normally have some of their big convention events going on, has a new owner. So let's see. It also has a new name, a visible indicator of the prior owner financial difficulties. Old National Bank filed a receivership case in July against the owner of 4 points by Sheridan. The hotel was auctioned off this past October. The buyer, BGRDSM LLC, lists attorneys, Robbie English, as a registered agent, but tax records indicate the investor, Balshad Singh, is involved. Okay. So yeah, I never been to this hotel. I wouldn't mind, checking it out. So yeah, something interesting. So it depends on what they're gonna do and what's gonna be come to it. So they're gonna keep the same name or they're gonna change different names. We'll wait and see. Another thing I want to mention, because the Hyatt that was on Silver Spring and the Highway 100 around that area. No, that's been brought up, but now I think now is Comfort Inn and Suites, I believe. So yeah, you see hotels buying from each other and stuff like that. No, it's just insane. Excuse me, guys. I said it was one more thing to talk about before. Oh yeah, if y'all in the Milwaukee area and like to visit the zoo, tomorrow and Tuesday you'll be able to go to the zoo for free, but you still gotta pay for parking. Um, oh yeah, because I thought that brew thing was a big deal, but it's not. So we're gonna move to developers plan 1,100 affordable apartments in Milwaukee. So wait, let's kind of from downtown to the northwest side. Developers have big plans to yeah. Okay, yeah, we get that. So 12 different development groups are planning a total of 1,102 affordable apartments. More than 4,000 affordable apartments are planned across the state. But I guess the question is will be when. Let's see. They will notify the development teams in next month if they're advanced to a full submission. Okay. Oh wow. 633. Oh crap. Who would have thought they would have owned that? So yeah. Really nothing interesting. But I thought the story was interesting. So they really didn't say exactly where these affordable houses are going to be. So sometimes we look for housing for like low income and also affordable housing. The crazy thing is they expect at times come up with have a credit check and have a decent paying job and you're good. I'm sorry, it's kind of frustrating and just like mid tard. Just put it that way. So let's see, where is it? Yeah, we'll do Marvel updates first because there was something I wanted to talk about, and we will get to that. Oops, not what I meant. Okay, let's go to Marvel updates. Okay, so we're gonna try to be quick with this one. Not need to know. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Jordan Pele, that Marvel Studios reportedly wants him to direct a movie for them, and we're hoping that when it comes to it, he does Blade. And also, after that, do like some of the supernatural stuff, with Ghost Rider, new maybe a new night movie or something like that. Deal with like the Midnight Suns version of of Marvel. Have them do with the supernatural stuff. So keep them on. Sometimes if you want to add Sam Raimi and to that part too, like have Jordan Pele do like Blade, or you have Sam Raimi do like a Moon Knight movie or something like that. So just get stuff done with that. But like I said, Jordan Pele will be good for doing Blade. Full trailer will be out during the Super Bowl February 8th. Okay, kind of knew about that one. Of course they're gonna remove the titles. Okay, Stan Lee's birthday was today, so happy birthday. It'd be cool if he was still around. A lot of cameos would have been, appreciated. Let's see. Of course, some of them will have a lot to do in Secret Wars. Wait, Marvel Studios and Sony reported wants Destin Daniel Cretton to also direct Spider-Man 5. So wow, doing Spider-Man, just like this next trilogy, and also doing Shang-Chi. Although you only did one movie, but it still was great. So, why not? Maybe you had like parts of it. You have Shang-Chi and Spider-Man like team up on a movie. That would be something. Trailers and stuff like that. So we're gonna move on from Marvel. Like I said, it probably wasn't that much, but that one point that I wanted to talk about. Let's go to DC updates before we end it here. Oh yeah, I will get to that too. So just give me a minute there, and oh yeah, seeing that one. So where's the other one? Okay, one more time. I gotta move this. Are you sure it's Kwanzaa? Okay, so movies of 2025 top 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, Superman is on there. Okay. Number 4. What's Oh, it must be Jurassic World Rebirth is number 1. Number 10 is Thunderbolts. Okay. Oh wow. Not even I thought you'd see the Fantastic Four on here, but you don't. Yeah, that's a shocker. Um. Let's see. No. not worth mentioning. And I don't know. I really gotta get into reading Absolute Batman. Yeah, DC Studios Superpower features Guy Gardner, which is the Green Lantern. Terra, I think that's Hulk Girl. Jesse Quick. Oh, Jesse Quick as the Flash. Black Lightning and Tuma as students. So that'd be interesting. Huh. Oh yeah, Jimmy Olsen's spinoff series is reportedly set to begin production after Man of Tomorrow, which filming is expected to start spring or early this summer. So interesting. Let's see. Nope. Um. Yeah, we already knew about Batman starting filming in 2027. We're in 2027. Who knows? Okay, sorry, and just kind of about that. Robert Pattinson. They Marvel still considering to have Robert Pattinson be Ghost Rider. Let's see. Probably really not too much to talk about. I did a video. I think it was like yesterday or a few days ago. Talk about the trailer of Avengers Doomsday. So you get an opportunity, go check it out. But guys, thank you for watching and thank you for our loyal subscribers and stuff like that to stick with us. Um, like today's video, please give it a like. Oh wow. Too bad, guys. We didn't get the 500 for TikTok. So the story continues. But anyway, guys, share this video. We're going to try to do more live content. We're just trying to place us aware and plus, personal stuff going on. So it's like a wait and see. So you're on my personal TikTok page. Keep following me on that, and I'm gonna try to post more. So hopefully I start to remember to put some stuff out there. So for you guys on YouTube, of course, like today's video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and when we get to that point, you guys may want some free stuff. So yeah, please subscribe if you want free stuff. Okay, check out the website, WrestleFansSpeakout.weebly.com. Upcoming events in the Midwest. And also, photos, took Bucks games, wrestling events, and all that good stuff. So, guys get a chance, check it out. Also, thank our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and Gray Scott Sports Cards. They are, selling different types of cars. You're interested in it, or you want to sell some to them, feel free. Also, for Midwest Wrestling Collectibles, their next year will be their last year, doing the whole thing. So everything must go. So you may get a good deal. So we do have, the stuff that they have so far on our website and other stuff. So get a chance to check that out. Also, we're a proud sponsor of Maddie's Mary. Check out maddiesmary.org if you want no more information about trying to help a family dealing with with a loss of a child, either a newborn, stillborn, whatever the case may be. They may need your help. But if you want to donate to the cause, on maddiesmary.org, it does have a QR code. So get an opportunity, check that out. Oh, excuse me. Also, we're sponsored February's shows of Slamman Championship Wrestling and this coming up month's show of Legacy Pro Wrestling. So both shows should be interesting. They do got a separate page on our website, so check them out. They also do got a Facebook page as well, so check them out. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching once again. Man up, woman up, face up. Checking on mental health. Until the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later. Okay. Okay, end that one. So let me end this one too. You guys have a good night and see you later.